Yeah, we have a great opportunity in front of us this week as we head to Gainesville against the reigning SEC champs. And we're excited that we've got a great team. We're prepared, ready to go, and just looking forward to a really great matchup. We've got a couple people returning into our lineups. Gabby Gladio will be back. Luisa Blanco will be back on all four. And so we feel confident with the squad that we've got to be able to go out there and compete.
You mentioned kind of having more people back at full health this week, but how important was it heading into your first road meet to kind of develop that depth last week and get some new pieces into the lineup?
Yeah, it really helps us as we are adaptable with our lineups, knowing that if anybody needs to come out for one reason or another, we have an equal or better replacement that's able to step in and still execute at a high level. You just never know what's going to happen throughout a season, and we want to be sure that we've got 18 people really that are ready to go at all times, so that we don't miss a beat, even if we, have somebody out with sickness or health or whatever the reason may be. So I'm proud of the depth that we developed, whether they were freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, super senior. I think everybody's really pushing and is competitive within our lineup right now, and that's a positive thing. They've showed that they can step up at any moment in the gym, and now we need to see them be able to do that in competition as well.
Coach, you put up a bunch of good scores already through the early part of the season. But what's going to be the key to maintaining that consistency and really trying to peak towards the end because it's still early?
Yeah, we have to keep working. That's something that we talked a lot about on Saturday following the meet, that we just can't get complacent. It's great that we've been able to progress and build, and there's a lot of positive talk across the country about how great our team is, and all those things are really important for us. But we have to keep our head down and keep working and keep finding those little areas that we can improve in, those tweaks that we need to make in our routines and our lineups. Something we're looking forward to this week is I think we're going to have another 10-0 start value in our vault lineup, and that's another half-tenth in our scoring potential we can potentially get. And so all those little things are going to be important milestones as we progress towards postseason, where it's anybody's game, but who can have the highest ceiling and then who can execute at the highest level.
What's the prep for the first true road meet of the season, and kind of you have a lot of new gymnasts in the lineup and getting them used to maybe that type of environment?
Yeah, so today actually, team doesn't know this yet, but they got the initial workout plan, but not all the details. But we're doing a head-to-head beam inner squad, and so what that means is one team is kind of challenging the other team by creating a rowdy environment, an easy to be distracted environment. They might be yelling Florida cheers or LSU cheers or just other teams' chants to try to kind of throw off the other group, and then they'll be able to give it right back to that other team. So it's important that we are really prepared for a rowdy environment. We know that the Florida fans are going to be loud. It's their alumni night on top of it, so there's going to be a lot of Florida greats in the audience, and so we want to prepare for that type of environment and also to end on that event. We're going to go over, beam is going to be last. I expect it to be a really close matchup, and so it's going to be normal to feel those nerves and to feel that pressure, and we need to prepare to be brave and to go big and not to be afraid to take risks even when it's a high pressure moment.
This might be a dumb question, but how do sight lines affect things in foreign gyms? Do y'all deal with sight lines?
Yeah, absolutely. Gymnastics, typically, most of our gymnasts are really visual. And so there's certain spots that they're looking at on their skills as they finish a skill. Sometimes they're looking at the actual apparatus, and sometimes they're looking at a wall or a certain point of the gym. And so that's something that when we go to another venue and we do our walkthrough, we immediately identify what are those sight lines, what are those points that they're really spotting. And so when you bring a rowdy arena into the mix, those sight lines look a little bit different at times, especially when you don't necessarily know what the fans are going to be doing or how they may be adding to a distracting environment. And all those things are fun and we prepare for them, but it's going to be important that we bring our familiar flow to an unfamiliar environment. And that's what we keep talking about, trying to have the right process down where it's really solidified that they don't even have to think twice about it. When they get to an uncomfortable arena, they just know how to kind of plug and play.
Anything else? Coach, any closing comments you want to add?
No, I'm just proud of the squad. They've done a great job working, and we appreciate everybody's support, and Roll Tide.